Idaho State University went into full active shooter mode after a student filed a report about an unidentified man carrying a gun case on campus. I repeat, before going further, that all of this was over what a student thought was a gun case. No one actually saw a gun. The campus sent out text alerts and robocalls to run, hide, or fight as police swarmed the campus. After a half-hour search, the emergency alerts were called off, but it wasn't until the next day that the police revealed that the gun case in question was actually a bag of pool cues. And the police didn't even find the guy. A man matching the description went to the police with his bag, saying he had been in the area and suspected the mistake. The witness who made the report confirmed that, yes, his bag of pool cues is what had been reported. Anyone could have made that mistake. Meanwhile, a rural Idaho school district has decided to allow trained staff to carry guns to school, and a bill was recently proposed to offer gun safety courses in Idaho's public schools as an elective. Texas had its own full potato moment last week when the San Antonio Police Department evacuated a local neighborhood because someone found ammo under their house. The police department called in the fire department, the bomb squad, and made all the neighbors leave for 3 hours because a 30-year veteran passed away and his family found an old half-empty box of ammo and freaked out. The sad thing here is that this isn't even the first time that this has happened. The bomb squad was at the same house just a week before, disposing of shotgun shells that emergency personnel called, quote, very dangerous. They're gonna get ya. Former Labor Secretary Thomas Perez was recently elected as the chair of the Democratic National Committee. While critics consider him to be less left than former Chair Keith Ellison, that doesn't mean much. He doesn't have an official stance on gun control on the record, but he did attend the gun control PAC hosted by Gabrielle Giffords last October. During the event, he made a speech urging voters to, quote, reject the false choices presented by the gun lobby and realize that protecting America from mass shooters and terrorists by means of strict gun control doesn't mean that the Second Amendment is, quote, dead in America. But it makes sense he wouldn't have an official stance on the record, as a large part of his campaign was promising to win back red rural America. And obviously, guns are a big issue for red rural America. Perez was also at one time the head of a Latino and immigrant organization focusing on immigrant rights, sanctuary cities, and minimum wage laws, which just so happened to also accept a $1.5 million donation from Hugo Chavez, and he also served as the Assistant Attorney General under Eric Holder, so there's that to look forward to. The Florida Supreme Court has decided to uphold the state's open carry ban under the explanation that the ban was not a gun ban and therefore it was not unconstitutional. Other reasonings include the idea that firearms are dangerous and a danger to public safety, and that the government has a reasonable interest in public safety. The public safety issue, mind you, is the argument that criminals and crazy people are more likely to steal a gun off someone's person if they can see it openly. Finally, Snapchat was caught trying to convince Everytown for gun safety to buy ad space, warning them that if they didn't, the social media giant might sell that same ad space to the NRA instead. The info came out in a series of leaked emails last week. According to the emails, Everytown reached out to Snapchat's head of political sales to advertise during 2016's National Gun Violence Awareness Day to the tune of $150,000. But at the same time, Snapchat's news team, because apparently they have a news team, reached out to Everytown to offer them a free promotion deal. When the political sales arm found out about it, they threatened to run NRA ads during the Everytown videos, even though the company didn't actually have a deal with the NRA at the time. In the end, Everytown rejected both the free and paid offers, presumably because they didn't want to be involved with anyone who had a deal with the dirty NRA. way. That is your firearm and Second Amendment use of the week. Until next week, stay safe and happy shooting.